we're gonna be putting a cam in this thing, some valve springs, retainers. We also are doing some basic maintenance around the shop, Cressida, burnouts, a couple races again. And then we might go over some stuff with the Toyota Stout and whatever else Eric fits into here. Cole is working hard, Eric's working hard, Kyle's working hard. Excited for the summer to come, more burnouts and a little bit more fun here on the shop. I hope you enjoy this episode. Please, it's helping our algorithm. We are so freaking thankful for everybody subscribing, liking, sharing. It's really humbling. If there's a YouTube channel that appreciates it more, it's us. We appreciate it probably more than anybody else. So thank you guys, and keep giving us a reason to make these videos. The more we do, the more fun shit's gonna get. We just gotta stay motivated. Again, thank you for watching. This is our 1966 Toyota Stout. This is one of the first rigs we built when we opened the shop almost 4 years ago. I've had this truck for probably 6 or 7 years. So it started off life, I bought this truck without an engine in Centralia and had it sitting around my house before I started the shop. Brought it to the shop and sat there for a year or two. During the meantime, I had a 1993 Toyota two-wheel drive chassis. It was a little 4-speed 22R truck. And I daily drove that back and forth to Seattle when we were living in Seattle. And we were a little slow in the shop and bored. So me and the guys decided, because we were having a hell of a time finding parts for the factory Toyota Stout, they're next to impossible to find, engine, brakes, chassis-wise. We pulled both the bodies off and we ended up putting the Stout body on the Toyota truck. So this is a 95 Toyota chassis, 22R, all the running gear with the body of the Stout on it. And then we ended up selling off the body of the 93 Toyota, using it for 4-wheel parts and stuff. So what we got going on is an extreme budget build. I am in this thing next to nothing. We used parts we had around the shop. Not only were we broke when we started, not that we're much better now, but we were more broke than we are now. We had fun kind of making it the theme. Let's see what we could use in the shop. So starting off in the front, the wheels and tires were off of a 51 Ford that we had around. Pulled those off. Those are actually like super old school white walls. They ride like shit, but they're kind of cool. Era specific. Coming back, we had a buddy of ours hand paint the logo on the side. We wanted to keep it pretty traditional. The blue that you see on the truck has been that way since I bought it. It was hand painted, like brush painted on with house paint. We didn't want to ruin that. We did give it a cool patina, so we just kept it. We're going to probably keep it forever, no matter how good or bad it gets. When we did the body swap, we ended up doing a 3-inch body drop on it. So we lifted the floor 3 inches and then got really low seats. These seats are out of a 67 Triumph Roadster, so it makes it a lot easier to drive so your head's not hitting the roof. The gas can's a gas can that I got at a yard sale for free. And you guys know me, I drink a lot of coffee, so I needed something that was going to be a cup holder. And it's a mess right now. I've been driving the hell out of it, so we probably should have cleaned it up, but this is what you get. Where the bed's at, we ended up chopping up the bed as little as possible. We didn't want the weld marks if we raised the bed, and I also didn't want to completely cut out the bed, so the bed is still extremely useful. I've had my Harley in the back of this, dirt bikes, transmissions, engines. So I was really happy with how much of the floor we could keep. Moving around to the keg, I'm a big drinker. I really enjoy beer, so I kind of keep that around for tap. No, I'm joking, I don't drink at all. I've never drank in my life. That is our fuel tank. So we did a phantom mount. We mounted it from the bottom. I didn't want it to have all the straps and stuff, so we wanted to make it look like we were carrying around a keg of beer. Turned out, this is my daughter. She needs a bath, but she stays back there waving, so my sweet girl.
Yeah, she dirty.
She is a sweet little angel. It'll lay the aft down. We haven't bagged the front. The bag is just, or the front's on spindles right now, drop spindles, and it rides great. If I get bored, we might end up bagging the front. And then it's the 22R in it.
That was sick.
Nothing fancy, greasy. Catch can off my old Cressida. It has a cam in it, and then a Weber, so it'll do burnouts. We maintain the factory glass fuel filter. The overflow is an old tequila bottle that we found in the house from the 70s, so just try to go cool with some stuff we had laying around. So we set this up to be handicap friendly. If you have like a paraplegic grandma or an uncle or a cousin and you have a hard time getting into high places, it'll lay the bumper on the ground, but I bumped it because I almost tore the bumper off hitting switches on the freeway. So until we put some magnesium blocks, we have it bumped right there. Kind of a fun truck we built. A lot of people's been asking questions about it, so I kind of wanted to go over it. It's an extreme budget build, but it's one of our favorite things we own. These trucks are super rare. There's not a whole lot of them. I've owned a few of them. This is the best shaped one we've had, and it's a good showpiece and sign for the shop. So yeah, those are, if you have any more questions, go ahead and send me a message or a comment down below. This is, I drove this car when we first got it done. It's been a minute since we drove it, but we just kind of want to get an idea on the before and after. We're still probably going to get the car tuned, but it may be a few weeks. Luckily, the Holley EFI system has a self-learning side of it, so. So I think these LS ones, it's out of the like a 99 Camaro, they're right over 300 horse. Those things probably 280, 290 to the wheel. And the car's not very heavy, so this thing's probably going to be a lot more fun with a cam in it, even though this thing moves out pretty damn good. Usually I'm pretty easy on these cars, but Tyler, the customer, gave us the green light, so. All right, so this is the before drive. We'll ease up on it a little bit. Took a quick drive to Mexico to do some burnouts and hard pulls. Got a long drive back. We should be there, what, 15 hours?
Yeah, about that.
God, why does Mexico look so much like Puyallup?
Bro, I don't know.
I don't know why either. Looks deceivingly like Puyallup. That's all right.
Mexico.
See, Mexico, that's proof.
Proof we are in Mexico.
This is proof we are in Mexico. You need any more proof of that, I don't know what you do.
Alright, Kyle, what are you doing?
I'm doing the double spring valve springs for the upgraded cam in this. And we're going to also do aftermarket push rods as well. So this thing won't have any valve train issue, and you can go high RPM and won't have any issues. Just got done compressing the spring, put the new one on, compressed it out, and now I'm taking it apart. And that's what the new versus the old.
What kind of cam did you put in this?
Texas Speed Cleetus cam.
Cleetus cam.
Cleetus cam. McFarland.
So this is the cam that the customer brought us. It's called the Bald Eagle cam or the Cleetus cam from Texas Speed. We just fired this thing up. We're gonna do it one more time. This thing sounds really good. We're happy with how it turned out. We're really excited to drive it. But fired right up. Kyle's going through some of the Holley settings right now, getting it so it wants to run a little happier, but getting ready to drive it by the end of the day.